Okay, guys, we are going to get to know author's purpose today. Our main skill for the week is to be able to read a story or text of some kind and be able to identify the author's purpose. Anytime authors write, they have a reason for writing or a purpose, and it's important that as good readers we can identify author's purpose anytime we read. So, what is author's purpose? Author's purpose is easy as pie. Again, think to yourself, the author's purpose. Why is the author writing this story? And PIE is an acronym that we can use to help us remember the possible reasons or purposes an author might have for writing a story. Okay, author's purpose again. Why the author wrote the story. Persuade, inform, or entertain. Okay? Persuade, inform, and entertain. There's our PIE acronym. These are the reasons why an author might write a story. So if the author is writing the story to persuade, that means they're trying to convince you to do something, or they're trying to change your opinion. So after reading a story, ask yourself, did the author try to change my opinion? Did the author try to convince me or talk me into doing something? If so, the author is writing to persuade. Inform. Author's purpose. If the author is writing to inform, that means he's trying to teach us something, or he's giving us facts and information about a topic. So after you read, ask yourself, did the author give me facts? Did the author try to teach me something? If so, the author's purpose is to inform. Inform. And lastly, the E stands for entertain. Entertain means the author wrote a story just for our enjoyment. Maybe to make us laugh, or just giving us a story we can enjoy. So after reading a story or a text, ask yourself, did the author try to make me laugh? Was the author just telling a story? It may not have been a funny story. It could have been a scary story or a sad story. But if the author is telling a story or just trying to make you laugh, trying to give you something that you would read just for enjoyment, the author's purpose is to entertain. Okay, so again, remember, author's purpose is as easy as pie, persuade, inform, or entertain. So now that we know all about PIE, or persuading, informing, or entertaining, the reasons why an author might write a story, let's see if we can identify the author's purpose of this short text. Okay, the title of the story is Kids and Critters, a nature newsletter. What is 4-H? 4-H is a program for boys and girls ages 9 to 19. In a 4-H club, you'll make new friends and find new interests. You might care for animals, work with partners to plant a community garden, or patrol a park to pick up litter. You'll learn the 4-H motto, to make the best better. All 50 states have 4-H programs. Look for a club near you. Okay, up here in this box it says, get the rabbit habit. 4-H boys and girls in Bell County, Texas have a rabbit habit. Each year they show their rabbits at 4-H fairs. You don't need any special skills or ability to care for a rabbit. Just give it plenty of love, food, and water, and a clean, cozy place to live. Your rabbit will quiver its nose with delight. It says this is how you pose a rabbit for a judge. So that's why this picture is included in the text. It's showing you how to pose the rabbit for a judge. Okay, the heading here in blue says a city nature walk. There is so much to see in a city nature walk. Your 4-H leader can supervise the walk. Be attentive to what you see. You might spot a bird's nest, some squirrels, or even a coyote. Use what you learn. In 4-H, you use what you learn to help your community. Maybe you can use what you learn about animals to work a shift in a local animal shelter. Shelter animals can't spend all day lying in their cages. They need exercise and attention. By walking dogs or cuddling cats, a loyal volunteer can make a big difference. With your help, the animals that used to snap at strangers can become friendly tail waggers. Now down here in this box it says Summer Fair, August 10th at 1 p.m., Juniper Park. Do not miss this exciting summer event. Groom your pet, pick your biggest tomato, choose something you've made. Show off your hard work. Blue ribbons in all these groups: animals, vegetables, and handicrafts. So this is an advertisement for an event they're having, a summer fair that they're having with their 4-H group. So now that we've read our story, we're going to use our graphic organizer here. We're going to pull out some evidence from the text, some clues from the text, and we're going to plug that into our organizer and use it to help us identify or understand the author's purpose. So when I was reading, I noticed that it says 4-H is a program for boys and girls ages 9 to 19. Okay, I learned that all 50 states have 4-H programs. I learned that you can take city nature walks in 4-H. I learned that you use what you learn to help your community in 4-H. Okay. Down here, this whole box is giving me information about a summer fair that's going to be held on August 10th at 1 p.m. So when I plug in those details to my graphic organizer here, I'm going to quickly type in 4-H is a program for kids 9 to 19. Okay. There are 4-H, how exactly did that word that? 4-H programs in all 50 states. There are 4-H programs in all 50 states. Okay. I learned that you can use what you learn in 4-H in your community, like helping out at the animal shelter. So I've plugged in a few details from the story into our boxes here. And then again, don't forget this huge box at the end that gave us all kinds of information about the summer fair, where it was going to be, when it was going to take place. It gave us information about the events, prizes that were going to be awarded. So this is giving us all kinds of information about the summer fair. So when I consider these details from the story and I ask myself those questions about author's purpose, did the author make me laugh or tell a story in this selection? Not really. I didn't really laugh too much. The author wasn't telling a story with characters, a setting, and a plot. So I can safely say the author did not write the story to entertain. So maybe the author wrote the story to inform. Ask yourself the question, did the author give me facts? Did the author try to teach me something? When I look at the graphic organizer, I've plugged in what? Facts and information about 4-H programs. So I'm going to say the author's purpose was to inform. Now I want to write my answer down here in a complete sentence. The author's purpose was to inform the audience about 4-H programs. Okay. And I come to this conclusion by using evidence from the text. Those clues I pulled out from the text, I plugged those into my graphic organizer and I asked myself the questions. Did the author write this story to make me laugh or tell a story? No. So the author's purpose wasn't to entertain. When I asked myself, did the author give me facts or teach me something? Yes. So possibly the author's purpose is to entertain, is to inform. The other option we didn't consider was the author trying to persuade us. Did the author try to change our opinion, convince us to do something in this selection? If we look at our graphic organizer, the evidence we pull out of the text all points to the author teaching us something or giving us information. So we can conclude the author's purpose for writing this selection, Kids and Critters, was to inform the audience about 4-H programs. So now that we've tried this together, you guys are going to choose a story of your own. It can be any story that looks interesting to you on your Epic account or your Raz-Kits. You're going to read your story and use your graphic organizer to put details from the text or from your story in these boxes and use those details along with these questions. Did the author try to change my opinion or convince me to do something? Was he persuading me? Did the author teach me information or give me facts? Was he informing me? Or was the author trying to make me laugh or just tell a story with character, setting, plot? Okay, ask yourself these questions and use your graphic organizer to identify the author's purpose of your story.